month I'm going to show you how I made this card. What I did is I did a waxed paper resist technique using a cuttlebug embossing folder, and I'm going to show you how I did it. So let's get started. The first thing you want to do is you want to take a piece of glossy cardstock and you want to cut it 5 1/8 by 3 3/4, and then you want to go ahead and stamp your image on it with black StazOn ink, and I've already done that. The stamp that I've used is from the Angel Company, and I believe it's called Setting Sun, and I think it's been retired, but that is the name of it. So anyways, I went ahead, stamped it, and I'm going to go ahead and set it aside and let it dry. And the next thing you want to do is you want to take a piece of wax paper, and you want to cut it to the size of your cuttlebug embossing folder. And the one I'm using here, I think it's called the Divine Swirl, I believe. And you want to cut it to size, and then go ahead and put it into your folder, and you will run it through your die cutting machine, and you will come out with an embossed piece of wax paper, just like this. So the next thing you want to do is you want to go back to your piece that you had already stamped, and you're going to want to take a ironing board, and you're going to go ahead and put your piece that you stamped on face up with the glossy side face up, and then you're going to take your piece of wax paper that you've embossed and put that on top. Make sure it's on top of the waxy side, or on top of the glossy side. And then you're going to take a piece of white copy paper and get your iron, and you want to get your iron really, really hot, so you want to put it on high, and then you just want to go over it really quick, and don't burn it, and just press, as hard as you can without burning it. And you're going to hopefully transfer the waxy part onto the stamped image piece. So let's try that and see if we got it. And you go ahead and you're going to peel it off, and ta-da! Looks like we have it, just like that. So the next thing I want to do, first thing I want to do is I want to turn my iron off, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get some dye inks and some sponges. And let me go ahead and get rid of my ironing board. We don't need that anymore. And what I want to do is I want to take my sponge, and I've just cut up a piece of sponge, and some dye ink, and I'm using the Adirondack, the Stonewash. And I'm just going to go ahead and ink up my sponge, like that. And I'm just going to rub it around in circles, and it's going to bring out the embossing that we just did. Let me go try and get a little closer for you guys so that you can see where I'm going with this. Let's see if we can, there we go. Okay. So I'm just sponging on my color, and I'm using the blue back here for the sky and the water. Let's see if I can get a little bit clearer. A little bit. Okay. And I'm just going to keep rubbing on my blue, going in circles with my sponges. You can see, hopefully it's getting darker. I'm just going to go down here onto the bottom. Okay, and then I'm going to take my next color, which is the terracotta. And that one's from Adirondack as well, Adirondack ink. And I'm just going to ink that one up, and I'm going to just run it into the sunset, just like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and take some butterscotch, and I'm going to blend that next into where the terracotta. And then I'll probably go back in there again with the terracotta again, just to add a little bit more orangey to it. We're trying to get a sunset. And now I'm going to go back with the stone wash and run that over the sky again, the kind of background sky part. And just play with it, play with your sponges and your inks. But hopefully you guys can see how the Cuttlebug folder has, you can now see it from the ink. The wax from the Cuttlebug folder is now resisted the ink, so now it's come out and you can see it. So let me just do a little bit more here. But anyways, that's really all there is to it. Let's back it up a little bit so you can see a little bit better. And that's all there is to it. So let's go back to the original one again. You can see this one better. I went ahead and I matted this piece, or the piece, on a piece of black, and then a piece of, I think it's Ballet Blue and Bashful Blue, and those are both from Stampin' Up, and they're both, I'll actually have the measurements for you at the end of the video along with the supplies. So that's it. This is the finished product. Feel free to, if you have any questions, let me know. And once again, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you'll come back and join me again next month for another technique video.